Hey, you tubies! Look what's back in the garage. The Honda from last week. I got a stack of tires here I picked up on the Facebook Marketplace. And, because I kind of felt bad that I couldn't give you guys a good run-around video of this car. So, I found a set of tires, and 2 of them don't fit. Yep. 2 of the lug patterns are different. They might be for a Civic. I don't know. They're just too small. Smaller. Okay? But that's okay. I'll get the 2 that will fit, because they're actually universals. That's why there's so many holes. So they'll fit. I'll put those 2 on, and whatever other 2 that are similarly close on the back. And at least I can run it around for you guys. And I also picked up a vacuum. And you see all my stuff on the hood here, because we're also going to be doing the interior. It's just so dirty and nasty, I can't let it go looking like that. Yep. So I got all these goodies. I got some Mr. Green and some pet stuff, carpet cleaner. And then I found these little upholstery cleaner things that I'm going to give a try out. And then some detailer for the door panels and stuff. And then you need a scrubby brush, of course. I wanted the one go on the drill, so it was machine use, you know, but a little man labor, that's okay. And obviously a sponge, because we're gonna have to get everything wet. And then that's why the vacuum's here, is because we're gonna have to suck all the water that we put in the carpet and the seats out and get them as dry as possible. Yep. That's the plan. But we all know how plans go. They usually fail, especially for me. Yep. And if you haven't checked out last week's video, I'll put a link in the description and go check it out. We brought this car from pieces into something that's drivable again. So go ahead and check that out. This is why I'm gonna do this interior, because this is just so dirty, and this looks so nice over here that I'm gonna try and get it similar, the closest we can. And don't mind my light over here. I got it covered so I'm not blinding you guys. And then we got that little foam stuff over there. Can you see it? Just over there, that little yellow spot. Yeah, we gotta deal with that and get that out of there, because that's hideous. And then we got some tape and stuff, and I don't know, I'm trying to get rid of those things. Get rid of this nastiness. Ugh. So I'm gonna start with vacuuming this out again with the new vacuum, because it's a little stronger than the old one, so it might be able to pick up more. And I've been in and out of this car enough times that I've tracked a bit of dirt back into it. So I'm gonna start with that. And I got the little attachment that can get in these crevices way easier, so that'll help. Man, I already like that vacuum. That thing sucks so hard, it's almost hard to go back and forth with. But I say that's good. Well, I've never really used one of these. I'm curious as to how it really works. I usually just mix up a couple of things in a bucket with some hot water and sponge it down, but I was just curious as to how these things turn out, so I figured I'd do partial of the seat with this, and partial of the seat with that, and partial of the seat with my normal stuff, and see if anything's different. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot. So I'm gonna read up on how to do this thing and give her a try, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got to say I'm already impressed. I thought this stuff on this little section here did pretty good. That's what I tried first. And you just spray it, let it fulminate for a few minutes, like 1 minute it said. And then you take that little scrubby brush on it and you just scrub away, and then you wipe it away. But I also went away and vacuumed it, just because I got a new vacuum. Then I went and tried this one, the Armor All one, and man, it smells way better. And I did this little strip right here, and that stuff kicked ass. It really cleaned. See that? Well, I could have scrubbed a little more right here, but right here and here where it was really bad, like this, it's like pretty clean. This one almost did it, but not enough to my liking. And maybe that's the lack of my skills or knowing what I'm doing. Maybe I did it wrong. But I left this little strip here for my hot water and soaps mixtures, and we'll give that a shot real quick and vacuum that out, and I'll see which one I like best. So in this concoction, I decided to go with the Mean Green Super Strength Degreaser, because honestly it said garage, and I was like, what? And it said auto parts. Yep, it's what we're working on. And then it came over here and it said laundry. It's a fabric that we're putting it on, so yep. And it says oil stains. Sounds like we've got those. And a whole bunch of other goodies of uses. So you just dump as much of that in your bucket as you want. As much, nobody cares. Then I went with some cheap old carpet cleaner and with some pet stain odor remover, because you never know what people do in their cars. You never know what ended up on them seats or the carpet. That's right, some people are wild in these things. So what I did is I dumped some of that in my bucket too, and then I took my bucket inside in the bathtub and put it on hot and filled it up so hot that you can't put your hands in there. And that's how you know you got the right mix, okay? So once you got that, you can come over here and bring your hot water bucket over to the car here and get your sponge of dunking, okay? Just dunk it. You don't want all the water in your car, okay? So you just squeeze it out like halfway, and then you just scrub it on the seat like so, okay? Alright, get everything all soaking, gross, wet looking. Then you can put that back in the bucket here. And you grab your bristle brush. Hopefully you got one on the drill instead of one like me. And you just scrub the seat, okay? Just scrub away. Just scrub. Once you just can't scrub anymore because you scrubbed your life away, go ahead and get your vacuum out again, okay? Make sure you cleaned out the bucket. You don't want all that dirt, do you? And then you just suck it up, okay? And something like this, it changed a little. We still got a dark area pretty much all the way across here. But I think this might have been the best bet. This is Armor All carpet and upholstery cleaner for the heavy stuff. And that's alright. This OxiClean did okay. Pretty good. And my trick kind of needed maybe a stronger juice or something. I don't know. Okay, but overall it did pretty good. One reason I like doing it with the bucket and the water, because it's not just for your seat or the door panels, it's like everything. You got the sponge, you can wipe down it all. Dashboard, steering wheel, everything. It's convenient. It works pretty good. And then it's cheaper because I've got more uses out of the soaps than I'll get out of these cans, I feel. So that's just my opinion. Go ahead and bash me in the comments if you feel otherwise, okay? Now, alright. Don't expect to just do this an hour before your date, okay? Because your seats will still be wet when you're done. Whether you use the OxiClean or the Armor All or my technique with the soaps in the bucket, they're all wet to the feel. So I would definitely do it a day before if you intend on looking good for somebody, okay? Definitely not right before you go, because you're gonna have wet booty. Yep, I said it. Wet booty. So real quick, I'm just gonna run through and wipe down everything with my bucket of water and vacuum it out. And then we'll get to the stuff on the dashboard and that little foam stuff on the seat. And we'll continue on. Now, in my opinion, it looks pretty good. Didn't turn out too bad. The other side's view, look at that carpet. Almost looks brand new. Look at that dashboard. Looks good. Just, that spot sucks. So, we'll just give her some more of this stuff. All in the heavy areas, we'll give it some heavy spray. And you let this settle. And once it settles, you can scrubby, okay? We're everywhere. And then we'll succulate with the vacuum again. And maybe that'll make a difference. Probably not. But I'm gonna hope it will, okay? Now I think it's doing something, because look how nasty that foam got. It's no longer white like over here. It's dirty. See it? I think it's doing something. I think it's doing something. Yeah. Okay, my friends. So I hit this on that spot that we had just a couple more times because I couldn't help myself. And it really came around. The spot is like way less than it was. The seat's actually mostly red again, so I'm pleased. And for never using a product like that, I've got to say, hot diggity dog, that was pretty good. You know, it's pretty easy to use. You spray it on, you scrub it out, wipe it down. And I vacuumed it because I wanted to, okay? That's not what the direction says on that can, so I think it turned out good. And I'll give Armor All a big old thumbs up. So if you want to sponsor me, I'm right here. So I'm pretty pleased, actually really pleased with the front seats. I'm gonna jump in, do the back real quick. I'll show you what it looks like now, and then I'll just show you the after. So it's drastic, maybe not. So here's the before. You see the black spots here and here and there. And here is the after. No spot. And the carpet looks pretty good down there. So this is what I do. I take the blade out of the old pocket knife here, and yeah, it's sharp. Be careful. So it's a little dangerous. And this stuff is just riding on the top of the furs here, so it makes this trick pretty easy. And I just like shimmy the blade back and forth, and it just skims all that stuff right off the top, and then it doesn't look like, see that? Half of it's gone. It doesn't even look like it was ever there. And you don't have a bald spot either, the biggest, most important part. After you wiggled all the way through, you should have some fuzzies and some debris. But it doesn't look like there was ever anything stuck to this seat. And then we grabbed the vacuum again. Vacuumed. Looks great. Now you're probably thinking, why did he clean the interior before scraping that up and vacuuming twice? Well, I don't know. I don't have an answer, okay? I just did it in that order because that's what was in my head. Alright? Afterthought is probably should have scraped that up before I ever started vacuuming, right? Whatever. Maybe I was hoping the vacuum sucker would scrape it off. Well, that didn't work, so. Anyways, the seat looks great. Now I'm gonna move on to the dashboard and the door panels. Yep. Well, I wiped the dashboard off in the time of sponging all this down. Saved me a step. So now, I'm gonna try and get these things off real quick. This is my scraper of choice. A painter's 5-in-1. But it comes off somewhat aggressive sounding. Yep. Yep. That's a bummer. I'll have to try and fix that. Now hopefully round 2 goes nicer. Oh, it's sticky. A little bit of some Goo Gone. Very unimpressed with the Goo Gone. But at least those things are gone. The dashboard looks better than it did. We super glued the little chunk we ripped off. Hardly looks like it was gone. Now this stuff says spray a rag like crazy and wipe that rag on all your surfaces. I think I'm pretty impressed with how the interior turned out. So I think it's time to figure out which tires are the right ones to fit on here. I know this one will fit on the front. It's a snow tire. Why wouldn't you want the snow tires on the drive wheels, right? So we'll put those 2 on the front, and then I gotta figure out which one, this one, and then whatever 2 are on the car will be similar sizes and not rub. So I'm gonna have to check my googly box on that here in a second, and I'll put these tires on. So my googly box says that the tire on this side, on the driver's side, is like 1/2 inch shorter than this one. Or maybe I'm backwards. Maybe that one on the car is 1/2 inch taller than this one. But they're the closest in size. The rear, they're not drive wheels, so it shouldn't matter too much. Now they are different widths, but again, I think it's still only like 3/4 of an inch. So I'm gonna run that one on the passenger rear, the one that's rubbing real bad, and then this one's gonna go on the front. So I'm gonna swap these tires, and then it looks like it's getting dark here pretty quick, so I won't be able to wash the car. I'll do that in the morning, and then we'll run it around town in the morning. See how she does with them new tires. It'll be good too to be able to get the car out tomorrow in the early morning light, afternoon light, when it's nice and bright. Be able to see more in the car rather than the light that's coming from my garage and my job light, my big light back there. So there it is. We got the new tires, well, new used tires on the thing. It's getting pretty dark out for the day, so I think I'm about done. You know, I got my tires stacked up. I got my bucket cleaned out. So, that's it for the day. Good morning, YouTubies. I woke up this morning. It's a little warmer than I expected, which is good. But today is test run day. We're gonna take this bad boy over to my dad's house and rip it around. Yep, that's right. Probably not gonna wash it, not the outside, because I've got some other stuff to do with my brother Cody. Gotta make another video for you guys for next week. And you'll see what that is next week. Okay? So I'm gonna hop in this bad boy, set up my cameras, shoot over to Dad's or Grandpa's. Okay? Man, all I did was pull this thing out of the garage and it smells great in here. Way better than it did. And it looks way better in the sunlight. So let's shoot over to Grandpa's real quick. Alright, YouTubies, it's time. But I gotta show you this interior. Check out how good it turned out. Okay, turned out pretty damn good for something that was almost, it was dark. Let's not put a color on it. Okay, we don't want any offense taken. I'm not trying to be rude, but you know, just some people. So, it turned out great. I got a camera guy for me today. Yep, that's right, my brother Cody. So, he's gonna help me video me as I drive around. Okay, YouTubies, I had a blast, and I hope you had fun watching me. But there you have it. I think the car did great. I definitely feel like the car will be a good daily user for somebody. So now it's time to sell it. So if you're interested, good luck. It's probably already gone. And if you enjoyed watching the video, please give me a subscribe, a like on the video. All right? So see you on the next video.